sorry for that.
Yeah, pizza, some wings. But
Then eat a salad.
yeah, well, no, I can't do that. But what can I help you guys with? Sat, is it, how do I say Satcha? Is that how you pronounce it?
Sascha.
Zasha. Okay. All right, good. Thank you for that. Nice to meet you, brother. Me and Michael talked really briefly, but I'm a land flipper. I've been flipping land for 6, 7 years. I sell anywhere
Okay.
between 5 and 20 deals a month. Um, I think I'm pretty good at it. And I think the one thing about me that might be different than anybody else is I know everybody. So I just talk to everybody. So I have that opportunity. So I know what people are doing wrong and what people are doing right. Like I know, right? I'm not a coach. The coaches are great at being teachers. I think I just like to talk to people, but they're great at talk at like negotiating the process. And I just wanted to be able to answer some questions for you guys because I just didn't know your guys' background or what the goals were with this in the partnership. So
So you are the guy with the hands-on.
yeah, well, I'm the first guy that you meet, right? I'm the first guy you meet.
Okay.
If you get in the program, everybody else helps you, but I'm on the outside in the Facebook group and talking on the Zooms and stuff like that. Their
Okay.
coaches are on the inside. I'm on the outside. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, we are from Germany and we want to set up the land flipping
Hmm.
for us.
Hmm.
We are three guys at this moment to do this business together.
Hmm.
And I've got no idea what is going on in the land flipping. Have heard something like that in Germany with houses and so on. They buy houses, pimp the house, and sell it.
Hmm.
But the profit is not so much in Germany.
Hmm.
And we have heard about this in America, the USA, and then is Michael go to you and tell you, hey, let's make a video call to get together, and you can tell us a little bit about this
Yeah.
system behind and what we need. Need we a company in the USA? How is running with the taxes for the state and so on?
Mhm. Okay, good. So before I show you any deals or anything, the main thing that is the biggest thing to know, understand, and is the most valuable in my opinion. Well, there's two main things is risk and systems. Those two things, there's no risk, okay? Because we get the deals under contract. We don't put any money in the deal, okay? We list
Okay.
it for sale and it sells. If it doesn't sell, we wash our hands, you know? So the financial risk is better than any other niche out there because it takes money to make money with every other niche. Every other niche, it takes money to make money. And whoever has the most money is going to make the most money. Plain and simple, you know?
Okay. So we make a contract with the seller,
Hmm.
and when we do not find a customer who want to buy this land,
Hmm.
the contract is scrap.
Exactly. So it's under contract for 6 months. So we got plenty of time. You can
Ah,
do your
that's nice.
marketing, your due diligence. You can do everything in like 3 days, like literally everything in 3 days. But we got 6 months. So it automatically expires as well. So you don't have to send them a letter or apologize or say, "Oh, I couldn't do it," or anything like that, you know? So there's just it's very clean. Very clean. It's very, and the other thing is about this strategy that we're doing is it's very organized on process. Like everything that we're doing is a step-by-step thing, you know? So there's not a lot of like guesswork, or creativity that we have to have. I don't think there's any creativity of what we're doing, right? So most of the people that join this they come from an IT background or an engineering background or like a systems background kind of people,
Yep.
like pilots, accountants, um, IT consultants, there's not a lot of like musicians and stuff like that here. There's not, So just to paint some context about, everything while we're at it. But you guys would be sharing the same system, and there's a CRM that's kind of like our workspace, right? That helps us with our comps, that helps us pick out counties. We can download leads there. We have our websites there. Your website is integrated with your CRM. They're integrated. So when somebody goes to your website and they put in their information, I want to sell my land, it goes directly into your CRM. Okay.
Okay.
And you see it's like, okay, great. So
So this is the landing page on it.
yeah, yeah. And it's integrated with APIs to the CRM. Okay.
Okay.
So most of what you're doing is really two things. You're looking at a deal, and I'll show you guys some deals of an exercise that we're doing, is where we're just pretty much determining price and a couple other factors. And then outside that, you're in your CRM. Okay. So it's either you're in your CRM or you're just looking at a property. That is generally the lifestyle. It's not really, we're not cold calling people. We're not really negotiating with people. We're just pressing a button for a contract to get emailed to them. Um,
So we get some hot leads.
yeah. So the process goes, we have to do, if I could share my screen, I'm going to show you like the process, right? So let's say I want to pick a county. Is picking a county is like the very first thing we got to do, you know? So we got to do research on all these areas and stuff like that. For me, I like counties that have a lake. And all I do is I market to the properties surrounding the lake. They don't have to be like right there, like with a dock. Like right, I don't care. I don't really care. I just want something that has a lake. So
Okay.
like I would do something like this, right? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so now I'm gonna download those leads. Okay, so I'm gonna download those leads in data, and now I'm gonna send marketing out. And on the marketing, it's gonna say, hey, I want to buy your property for cheap. Go to my website, call me, send me an email, send me a text message. And so then they respond. Okay.
Okay. So you have marked this land stripe to get in contact with the people who have some houses there. And how did they get the information that you want to buy their land, their houses?
How did we get the seller's information?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this would be like a county, and every county has a database that we download it from. Every county.
Okay. So when I want to sell my house in the United States, I have to register my house in a county archive.
Well, we don't want any properties that are listed for sale.
Okay.
So they're not for sale. So it's just somebody has land and it's not for sale. They have no realtor. There's no sign. There's no registry. It's just that we're gonna go to like, I don't know, let's call this Gun Barrel City County, for example. We're gonna go to this website and we're gonna download these leads. As a matter of fact, I can do it right here. I can just literally um like export the leads like right here. Okay. And then I would get a
Okay. So
spreadsheet.
so
Yeah.
this archive is by the state who is the owner of this land you have marked.
Um, every county has a website. So what do you mean, Ash Chief? What do you mean?
We have the nearly a same solution like that. You can see in a card, in a map, um, which um, land is um, under a name registered. I think that
Oh,
is,
yeah. Well, that's America's different, right? So here's the value, right? I could literally go and click on this property right here, and I can see all the information right there.
yeah, yeah. And in Germany, you have to go to uh, a specialist to get this
Yeah.
information, and you have to pay it. In
Yeah.
your country is
Yeah.
everything to find on websites.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
quite a bit, right? So once we have marketing, we mail the marketing. So you guys don't have to have, you're not mailing from Germany, is what I'm saying, right? So you
Yeah.
would create like a virtual mailbox here in America. And for some reason, I think I was talking to Michael that we have a lawyer that we refer all the German students to because he sets up the entities in the mailbox, and they're all like based out of Florida for some reason. Okay. Um, and I'll get you that for sure, 100% if you still want it, right? Um, but now all we do is we just look at a property and I'm gonna look at it like let's just say it's this property right here, for example, right? So we're just determining six things when we look at it really quick in like really in under 5 minutes. Is there houses nearby? Yes. So that means there's utilities, right? Does it have road access? Yes.
Yes.
And is it in a flood zone? Okay. So I can determine that. Let's go here. Boom. Overlay.
The
Wetlands.
flood zone is that for the insurance you have to know this.
Yeah. So anything in this blue, you can't build on
Okay.
right here. So, like, for example, you'll, like this guy, Elmer, if he wanted to build a house, he can't build a house right there, but he built it back there. Okay. So, all right. So that's number three, right? And number four is how much is the property worth, right? So, how much is the property worth? Um, And then number five is okay, so if I think the property is worth, let's just say I think this property is probably worth, let's call it 30K market value, just for example. Okay. I personally make a price that I want to see. What would it sell for fast? Like, what do I price it for? Like sales price. Okay. I would
Yeah.
want to sell this thing for $22,000 sales price. Because I want to
Okay.
be cheaper. I want to sell it fast, and I don't care, you know? And so lastly, it's the acquisition offer
And
price.
and is there any system that I can verify the price of the land?
Yes, yeah, I'm going to show you that in a second. I'm just going to put this number here for a second. So for me, I always want to make over $10,000 profit, net profit. So I would say my max offer is 12,000, for example, you know?
Okay.
And now I'm done. Now I'm done, and I press the button on an email contract that goes to this person. Okay. And my job really is to do that as many times as I humanly possibly can, right? At the end of the day, whoever sends out the most offers is going to win the game, you know? So
Okay.
to answer your question about systems and everything like that, in the program, there's five ways to do the comps, right? We look at the price of the houses in the area. We look at how much the builders are building for, right? Because usually builders are buying land for 10 to 20% of the house, right? So for a house, for like let's say a house, a $200,000 house, they'll pay anywhere between 15,000 and $40,000 for that property, you know? So it's giving me a little estimate, right? And then assessed value versus sold value, And
Okay.
then listing price, like how much are people selling, how much are people listing their properties for sale? Just for just listing the value, and then sold. How much is it sold for? So those are five different things.
Okay.
Now, you get the hang of it very fast right? And we're going to CRM, we're using tools to do that, you know? But when you start out, you're slow at it. When you get better, you get a lot faster at it. It's like a 3 minute thing for me now. It was probably like an hour thing for me before, you know?
Yeah, I think you have to set up your own system. What is a way you work on, and how many time you can spend in a week?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I think those two things is like the main part of this business, right? Is really it. It's like being in the CRM to do the due diligence reports, looking up comps, sending out the marketing, listing the property on the website. That's all in your CRM. That's all in there, you know?
Okay.
Um,
So
but we go
can we
outside
have
this.
a filter that we are looking at um, some houses who are on good places for selling?
Yeah. Yeah. So in the modules, so you get modules and coaching. You get both, okay?
Okay.
We want you to do the modules first because the modules is going to explain to you everything. It's going to show you everything. Go to this website, go here, do this, do that. So you're doing it, but then you go do it, and then you go to the class and you say, did I do this right? Did I do this right? Is this good? Is this bad? You know, you want some feedback, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and but like I was telling Michael really briefly, is I really think half the value is the other students because you now can talk to other people actually doing it. We have like 40,000 people in our Facebook group. 99% of them are not doing it. Okay. It's just people that join Facebook groups, like realtors. They join every single Facebook group for that says real estate. They join every group, you know, but they're not
Okay.
actually doing deals in land, right? They're just joining groups. But the people in the Zoom, they're doing the same thing as you. They have the same program. They got started at the same time. And so you can send them a message like, hey, my name's Michael. I just got started. Can I ask you some questions? Can I maybe exchange some emails or something like that, you know? And you start like networking with the
Yeah.
other investors, you know?
That is very important, the network.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
So,
I think this
yeah.
system is very smooth because we have no financial risks.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. So, have you guys did any other investing before?
Yeah, I've bought my neighbor house for 12,000 euros, and I've sold it for 40,000.
Okay. Good job, man.
But
Yeah.
here in Germany, you have to be careful if you are do three of this contracts, you are professional dealer then
Mm,
for housing and land flipping, and
mm,
then you have to pay tax.
yeah.
Otherwise, when you buy a house in Germany, you can
Mm.
stay 2 years to Sylvester inside, and then you can sell it. The total profit is in your pocket with no tax.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it interesting? It's like the older I get, the more money I make, the more I care about taxes. I didn't care at all about it when I was younger, but I care a lot now, and that's what separates the rich from the poor for sure. But yeah, it's interesting to me. But just curious, you know. I didn't have any real estate background before, none. I drove a truck. That's it, you know.
Okay.
And I'd listen to him on the podcast, and I remember I got the program 6, 7 years ago, and I didn't do anything. I didn't log into it. I didn't do anything
Yeah,
for for 6 months. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, good. So you have a discount. Mm, okay. 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 Hmm. Yes, that's the CRM. Investment Dominator is the tool. Investment Dominator. Yeah. It's free. It's a website. It's not CRM, it's a website. So we go there to do the comps. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of yeah, yeah. So the CRM is really cool because it integrates to this and that, right? And it integrates to what we call a mailing house. Okay. And that mailing house is called REI print mail. Okay. So you just press the button and it goes over there. And they print it out and they mail it for you. Yeah.
That is a company contractor.
Yeah, yeah. Vendor. Yeah, the contractor vendor. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. 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 Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. 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 Um, I can send you the link too. You can see it on the link on the website. It's either or. As long as we get it in this weekend, we get the bonuses. Okay. So there's four main bonuses. So, but like I said, I want to tell my story. 1 second, Mike. 1 second. So when I first started, I got the program and I didn't do anything for 6 months. And then I was listening to a podcast, and this lady, she started at the same time as me, and she was older. She started the same time. And she's like, I did all this money, and I did that, and I did that. And she did not sound very sophisticated. She didn't sound very smart. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, can't believe this girl made, if this girl could do it, I know I can do it, right? So when I started, they didn't have the coaching program on the Quick Start. They didn't have the extra tutorials. They didn't have the lead bonuses. They didn't have all this stuff that you're using. I just want to make that very clear. This package that you're getting is 10 times better than what I had. Okay. So you have really three things, right? You have the education modules and tutorials and contracts and documents. You have all that stuff, right? And then you have like the coaching sessions, okay, which is a Q&A Zoom call with a master coach and that small little group of the people that just joined, right? And then lastly, you have the investment dominator CRM that I was talking about. Okay, so you get all three, all right? So now the bonuses, there's four bonuses, okay? The first bonus is the coaching sessions used to be 6 weeks, okay, every Wednesday for 6 weeks. Now the bonus is 14 weeks. So you get an extra 8 weeks of coaching there, okay? The second one is you have 500 free leads, okay? So we're giving you a lead credit. Say, hey, wherever you want, here's you download the leads, right? The third one, which I think is
So
the best
five
one,
500 the total leads or 500 times to download the leads.
500 total leads that you have an opportunity to pick any county that you want, right? Um, but the third one, which I think is probably the best one outside the 8 weeks, is a coach who's really, really, really good. I know him very well. Um, Aaron Williams, yeah. And he's going to be picking out leads for you, setting the pricing for you, and kind of basically making it there's nothing else for you to do except for to press the button for the leads to go out. So it's kind of forcing you to have everything kind of done, right? So you just send the marketing out, right? So you're not making any decisions right there. It's very easy to do. And then the third one, I think, Michael, was it, what was the fourth one? Yeah, that one. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see here. I'm trying to think of the fourth one. It's on there, but let me go find it for you. But yeah, you guys get four bonuses. Okay. Um, let's see here. And yes, almost got it. Boom, boom, boom. And it's assigned to your account immediately when you purchase it, by the way. Okay. Um, almost there.
And this special offer is only for this weekend, and
Yeah.
then it's closed.
Well, it was for last week. They extended it for this weekend. So yeah, it's definitely. Oh, um, a training session on how to do marketing without sending any mailers. So it basically, there's a coach that's going to train you on how do we get deals without having to pay money for the marketing. Okay. So though that's our number one requested bonus right there. Because it's obviously saves you money. So those are the four bonuses right now. Yeah. Yeah. And I'll get you the link too. But because so I don't think they're not those bonuses are not on the website, but they will be applied to your program, obviously. Yeah. Hmm. 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 You have to, for those bonuses in the extra 8 weeks, you absolutely have to get a transaction on the account. I got to collect at least $1,500 this weekend. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. So I just put everything that you need in the chat right here, so you can click on it too. But like I said, those are the bonuses, but you won't see the bonuses on the website, but that's what the bonuses are. Yeah.
Okay. And how can I find out what is the land worth?
The land worth, the comps.
Yeah, you have written first 30K market value,
Yeah.
uh, 22K sales price, and you want to pay an offer for 12K.
Yeah.
How can I
Yeah.
find out that the market is 30K?
Okay. So that is definitely the expertise for sure. Okay. But I'm going to show you how I do it very easily, hopefully. Okay. Um, Let me show you an example. Okay.
But when I'm totally wrong with the market price, I get no land.
Right. Yeah, you gotta make sure you're doing your pricing correctly. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Okay, so I want to share my screen here. All right. So you see this little red polygon right here?
Yeah,
Okay. So what that means is I marketed to everybody here. Okay.
yeah.
And I did an average the average size of the property is 0.18 acres.
Okay.
Okay. And the average market value per acre is $159,000. Okay. So what that means, if it's 0.18, it's worth about $28,000. Okay.
Okay.
So what I did was, and it doesn't really show it here, but I know what it is it basically means that my low offer, so I'm going to make three offers. My first offer is going to be 9,000. My medium offer is 12. My high offer is 15, and I'm going to sell it for 20 because I think it's worth 28, you know? So I just pick out one property is all I do. I just pick out one property and I do comps on that one property. And so I
Okay.
just average it out for every other property here. That's what I'm doing. Okay. And it
There's
shows
also a
you,
database behind.
yeah, yeah. So this is where we're going to Zillow is the point. This is where we're going to Redfin and we're pulling the comps and we're looking at the price of the houses, right? Um, and I pretty much agree with these prices too because they're like decent little houses. It's not a rich neighborhood, but it's not a poor neighborhood. It's not, trash everywhere. But you got mobile homes here, but everything's clean. It's just I see new roofs right here. It looks like a new roof. These look like it was built by the same builder right here. So, you know, I'm just trying to be fast is all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be perfect, you know.
Yeah. So
So
you make your profit through your quantity of
no,
sellings.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So what is the minimum you want to make with the deal? You told me 10K.
Yeah, 10K. I did 5,000 on that one because I had my virtual assistant do everything for me. And I said, your job is to minimum make $5,000 a deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it where can we buy a virtual assistant like that?
Yeah. I think they're easy to find, for sure. But Fiverr is what I did.
Okay.
Fiverr.com. I don't know if you guys ever used it. So usually what I do is I just interview there and I give them like a 5-day contract, like something really small. And then I tell them, if you want to get paid more money, I'll pay you directly if you work full time for me because they take half them. I think they take like 30% of them or something like that.
For the contract of the website.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's
Po
all I do. Yeah.
Is it possible to place ChatGPT on this?
I think eventually, not yet. ChatGPT is really good for marketing in words. I don't know how to program it for numbers yet. So yeah, I think eventually, absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
then I can tell ChatGPT find me 100 properties to sell in this
Yeah.
area and get in contact with them and offer the lowest price 9,000,
Yeah.
make before some data analysis where is the selling prices of the houses and you take maximum 30% of the selling.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally see that for sure, you know. Um, yeah, absolutely. So I don't know it yet. I think eventually, yes. I think eventually, yes. I don't know yet. Yeah. So
Okay, sounds great.
yeah. Well, that's pretty much the main thing that I always try to kind of get across. What the other thing I would say too is the modules is really step by step by step by step, right? So if there's 22 steps to do a deal from start to finish, you're really only focusing on training for the first 4 steps. Like that's it when you start, you know, until you get a deal. And once you get a deal, it's the next four. And then when you have a deal under contract, it's the next. That's really how it works. So generally, I think the best advice is you got 14 weeks in those Wednesday coaching sessions, which I think is a lot, but I would probably do like 2 or 3 modules a week. Just do those modules and actually do the modules, you know, and and keep that kind of pace. I wouldn't try to finish all the modules and then do something. I wouldn't do that. It's very technical stuff in the front end on the county selection and the comps. It's very technical number stuff. It just takes time, but it
Yeah,
does.
I
You know,
think we have to find out what is a good area for us to make some deals.
yeah, yeah. And again,
Because
I think
it could
that's
be there's like Death Valley, so you will know
yeah,
make good deals at this
yeah,
point.
exactly. So as slow as you want to go on picking counties, right? It doesn't matter. If it takes 2 weeks, it takes 2 weeks. Like I remember I had this really good idea that I was going to do research on the whole state of Texas. There's 255 counties in Texas, 255. And I did all these spreadsheets and I was doing this and doing that. And I found the perfect county. And I'm like, oh man, this thing's beautiful. This is perfect. It's blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? There was only 200 properties in the whole county. Okay. So I was like, ah, man, I did all that research for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, but I learned that I need to find county. I need to have a filter for inventory of properties, and I didn't do that. So you learn it, and I didn't. I skipped some of the modules. I'm just trying to watch just enough to do it. But it's all the training's in there. It's very complete system. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to find some properties in some mid areas, not the high volume cities like Miami or something, uh,
Hmm.
but around Miami, it could be very good to
Yeah.
find some properties.
Yeah. I focus on the secondary and the tertiary markets, the second and third.
Can
Okay.
we make an example with Miami to
Yeah.
find some?
Yeah. So I would go here. Would go here. If it's like Miami, this is done. Every time I see the gray, it's finito. Okay, it's finito. But I see this green right here. This makes me interested. So I zoom in, and what I want to see is this. Okay, so I can see there's farms right here. The
Why
dis
it's gray, it's done.
Because there's houses there. Once it's very rare that you'll see any land available here. It's very rare. It's all already
Yeah,
taken,
yeah, yeah.
you
Okay.
know? So, but you see the discoloration, these are farms right here, and then inside and around farms are little subdivisions. Um, so what's interesting is I would basically do this. I would basically boom, 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 boom. You know, when I do that, there's a filter, and the filter says like, do you want a house on it? No. Okay. Um, how much do you want the assessed value, right? And I'm gonna say something like 5,000 to 50,000, right? Um,
That's
and
the
so
range of the price.
yes, and it filters it down, okay?
Yeah, okay.
So I don't really care too much about the perfect area. I care more about the filters, you know? Um, but so I'll show you another example. This area right here, look at this. Look at that. That is an unbelievable amount of land. And guess what happens when I zoom in? It's farms, okay? It's farm, 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 farm. But this right here is going to expand into this guy right here. So eventually, this guy is going to sell his property. Eventually, you know what I'm saying? So if I sent, this would be a path of growth, is the point that I'm trying to show you, right? Like a path of growth. Um, looks like this is a really nice neighborhood because I can see the golf courses, right?
Yeah.
Once I see the golf courses, the proximity to the highway, attributes of the area, I just increase my offer, I can tell, you know. Let me show you where I was doing some of my marketing. Let me see here. Okay, not so many houses, right? A
Yeah.
lot of land. I know Michael's going to be stealing my properties. I know if I see your letter over there, I know it's you. Okay. But I think this is perfect area, you know, because I see demand, I see new construction, I see like so much opportunity here. It's right off the highway. Like, I mean, there's schools there. I mean, there's so much opportunity here. It's like it's unbelievable. There's probably like 16,000 vacant lots right here, you know? That's a lot. That's a lot, you know?
And you are looking at this area because it's marked?
Yeah, I already did this. I don't know. Maybe I did. I don't know. I am looking at it. I don't know if I mailed to it or not yet. But yeah, this is a target for me. This is what it
Okay.
is.
And in Germany, the government have some plans to give out new building areas for houses.
Uh-huh.
Is there are some, yeah, the same in the US market
Mm, no, I don't think
that's
so.
a that's a planned by the government new building area for houses, or can everybody build a house everywhere?
Oh, you're talking about zoning, right? So this,
Zoning,
yeah,
yes.
the zoning. So I did this area too. I'm still doing it. And as you can tell, I hit the whole area right here. Okay. So these are zoned residential, okay, is what it is, right? But I don't care about zoning. So you're going to learn this in the modules because all the land that does not have a house on it is zoned agricultural
Okay.
in America. Okay. So I don't care about the zoning. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty interesting thing. So as you can tell, there's just so much opportunity here. It's like I'm just zooming around like a little helicopter, zooming in. I say, okay, there's a lot of empty spaces here, you know, some nice houses. Boom, you know. So I don't keep it very complicated, as you can tell. I'm just looking for inventory. Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
any other questions? Because I got that guy calling me. I don't know if it's an emergency or not or what, but let me see here. It looks to be okay. Yeah, it's okay.
So I'm fine. I've got all my answers that I want to
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I try to reach out to everybody as well in like a few weeks, like maybe like 30 days or whatever. And what I'm trying to do is try to see like, is your systems up? Have you picked your counties? Have you sent out your marketing? And are you talking to sellers yet? That's kind of the goal for your first 30
Yeah.
days, you know? And then by that time, you know how to do everything. You're just doing it. Yeah.
And the question is now, do we need a company in the US?
Yeah. Yeah.
And which is the best one for land flipping?
We use
Limited
LLCs.
LLC or
LLC. Well, I think the Germans are a little bit different because I think there's some tax strategy that they're doing
yeah.
where the C corp owns the LLC, so they pay less taxes. Like I don't know exactly how they're doing it. So I'm gonna try to get that recording. There's a recording of a German webinar about how they're doing it, but I don't know what he's saying because he's speaking German. So
Yeah.
I'll leave you to that. But yeah, all the Germans are doing the same thing. So if you ever see any German students in there, you can ask them, and you get invited to the German Facebook group, by the way. You know what? There's a German Facebook group that you'll join. There's like 1,200 Germans in there. So you have access to all the investors there. Yeah.
Okay. Because that is what I have find out GmbH in Germany, and we have to pay tax in the US and in Germany. And then is the tax rate 60%, and
Yeah.
it's too high.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
So
therefore we have to be careful to set up the right company
yeah,
identity.
yeah. My friend, I'm 99% positive that he pays 25% tax because the way they set up the C Corp to own an LLC here in America. So I don't know how he does, but they go to that lawyer. I'm gonna get you the information for sure, and you guys be able to work it out there. Yeah. And you do
Okay,
it
it is
virtually too. You
important
don't
for
have to
us.
go to Miami. It'd be great if you can, but to get a suntan, for sure, eat some good food. But it's all virtual. So, but yeah. Well,
No,
cool.
we are going to Miami with another project.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, interesting. Well, keep me in mind. I'm glad I got to talk to you guys. I'm hoping I was able to make it simple process for you guys. There's good
Yeah,
people in. Okay.
thank you.